It felt like we were in hell. It was so hot. The flames coming off of the stage were making it hotter and hotter
Right.
and hotter. What the fuck? What? I don't understand. Blow snow, blow cold water, blow
Right.
anything, blow air, like cold smoke, something. Like the fire really, it was making it so much worse. Like you were just looking up and you're just seeing the flames going up and it was just getting hotter.
And so during all of this, while everybody's running and screaming, he's still performing.
Yes.
He hasn't
He
stopped performing.
stopped performing. He didn't start performing until I got out of the, like, what I would call the pits, I guess.
Okay.
Um, we got out of the pits and I was like, guys, I would look at my friends and there's people dying in here. There's people dying in there. There's little kids in there. I saw parents holding up their kids. Like, they're dying. There's people dying. And then the show stops and we're looking from a screen at him stopping the show. And he's just laughing. He was just laughing. He was smiling. He literally, like, face down in his chest, arms hanging to the floor, like laughing like that. And then the show went on. And it kept going on and it kept going on. And people kept begging him to stop. And he heard people. He literally said in the mic, "Who asked me to stop?" 2 times. "Who asked me to stop? Who asked me to stop? You know what you came here to do. Put your hands up." The music would start again. The weirdest thing, oh, once we get out of this mosh or whatever, we go to the back of the crowd and we're in shock. Like, we can't even process what's happening. You're seeing people coming out from everywhere, like
Mm-hmm.
men coming out with just underwear on, saying like they got their clothes ripped off just trying to get out. Like, people are coming out screaming like, there's kids in there, there's little children in there, they're pooping and peeing on themselves. Like, there's
Oh
nothing
my God.
like, God, I so many people were walking out just blue lipped, white face,
Mm-hmm.
stumbling. Um, the scariest thing I probably saw, um, they were carrying this girl by her arms and her feet, and she was dead. And they walked her right past me. Her face was white, her body was white, her lips were purple, her eyes were black. It was so scary. We're just sitting there watching Travis's performance, just crying and distraught of like all these people in there that need help. Like, people needed to be life flighted out of there.
So at this point, are the police and paramedics running in there? Where's the security? Because what happened to the security?
Nobody knew what they were doing. Nobody knew what they were doing. Their paramedic. There was an ambulance in the crowd. It was like a paramedic cart or something with the lights and everything, and people are jumping on top of it like they're in a trance. Like, there's people dying next to you. You're jumping on top of this ambulance to rage to Travis Scott. Like, the people all around you were so inconsiderate. As we're trying to push back to get out, people are pushing us forward to get up, and we're like, "Don't go in there, don't go in there." Like, we're warning people not to go in there because they don't know what they're about to get themselves into. um Once I got out is when I began to realize how demonic it was
Mm-hmm.
and how wrong it was and what was truly happening. I started to put all the pieces together and actually pay attention to what was going on the screen,
Okay.
because when you're in the mosh, like, or the mosh, it wasn't a mosh.
Right.
You're looking at this, you couldn't really see the screen very well, and the only part of the screen you could see you on the other side.
Right.
Um,
That's the only thing that was on the screen at that point when all
uh,
this was going on.
yeah, see you on the other side, and then the dove on fire.
Okay.
Um, Sorry, I'm getting a little stuck.
That's okay.
There's a lot. Um, it just felt like once I got out, I was like, it's so weird how we were all just suffocating with our like literally everyone chin up, like like that, everybody around you. And like I just felt like he was just taking all of our energy. Just like it felt like I haven't felt normal in since Travis. I'm 20 years old and I've been sleeping in my mom's bed, if that brings anything to you. I don't feel safe. Like I
Do
feel
you feel
like
like the energy was like, do you feel like the energy was like demonic or like
yes, I do. I really, really do.
Do you feel like it was possibly more than 8 people that passed away?
100%. 100%. There was probably hundreds dead and thousands injured.
Okay.
And what's also crazy to me is like some of my friends that were there like had the best time. Like they didn't see anything, like they didn't suffer. Like it was just like certain parts in the crowd were just not okay. Like I saw videos like some people were making mosh pits. I was like, y'all are
okay. So somebody's saying talk about the countdown music. Was the countdown music?
Oh my God. They were playing the lowest frequency possible.
Mm-hmm.
It was giving, I don't want to speak for everybody.
Right.
But me and my friends were like, this is weird. Like it made us feel very weird, gave us anxiety, very like just very anxious. It was a very anxious, just like boom, 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 in the lowest vibration possible, and it was shaking the place. And it was making your hearing distorted. Like it was.
So it was creepy.
Creepy.
So it wasn't like exciting because I've been to concerts when
they play like exciting, like feel good. Like no, that shit did not feel good.
And so was it dark when that came out? Did it already say "see you on the other side," or were you guys waiting? What was the flames about to start? There was just a countdown on the screen when the whomping was happening. Wow. Well, once again, I'm sorry that you had to experience that.
Showing concert goers rushing past security earlier in the day and citing previous Astroworld festivals that became dangerous. The third annual sold-out event, the first since the pandemic, drawing a crowd of 50,000 fans. As it got closer to the time for headliner Travis Scott to take to the stage, the crowd started swaying and pushing forward, knocking people to the ground and crushing others against the barricades. 9-year-old Ezra Blunt in the hospital suffering critical injuries. He was sitting on his dad's shoulders when the crowd got out of control and trampled the boy. Police now investigating why it took nearly 40 minutes to stop the rapper's show after Houston police declared the concert a mass casualty event. According to new documents obtained by ABC News, the operations plans didn't account for a crowd surge, and only 2 people had authority to stop the concert, the executive producer and festival director. Some fans tried desperately to alert the staff of what was happening in the crowd. Memorials now honoring the victims at NRG Stadium. All 8 people between the ages of 14 and 27.
I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening.
Scott saying he'll cover all funeral costs, refund admission to all attendees, and offer counseling sessions to anyone affected by the tragedy.
And in a statement, Scott's team says that this is just the first of many steps he plans to take, quote, as part of his personal vow to assist those who have been affected throughout their grieving and also the recovery process as Michael, people across this country pray for those who are fighting for their lives in the hospital.
It is heartbreaking.
And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name,